I think the whole process has been a little bit of a scandal, a shame, because the whole thing started, and I was there, in Pristina, stationed there as ambassador. It started when the Marty report came out, and everybody was very horribly surprised by this organ trafficking accusations. That was the reason why the Serbs managed to push the internationals to get this special court. And as this was, if it had been really true, it would have been, of course, horrible. And that's why also the internationals supported this court. Then, after 2 years, Judge Williamson had investigating the accusations, and he came to the conclusions that there was no organ trafficking, but there were, of course, other crimes that might have been committed. But that was, according to me, not a reason to continue anymore, because such a special court, very expensive, you only put forward for something horrible, like if you had involved yourself in organ trafficking. Not being the case, and even if there are other things, you should, of course, bring it back to the country itself, because you had EULEX there, you had internationals there, you could have had the whole trials there. And there's no reason, because if you now look in the world, there are so many places where horrible things are happening, and do we make special courts for all these things at such high cost? I think it's really very strange, I must say. But I also think, I mean, as I'm no longer ambassador, I can say whatever I want. I think it's just done by all these judges and prosecutors who want to have nice paying jobs, and that's why they continue and continue and continue. But I mean, in a normal situation, of course also the fault of the politicians to allow this to continue, because still it's the European taxpayers who are paying for it. Of course you cannot expect the Dutch to go against it, because still they probably earned some money by having the court here, I guess. I do not know. At the time, of course, I had to defend it. But I mean, people who talked to me, that I said unofficially that I did not agree with it. And the reason was, first of all, I didn't believe the organ trafficking either, because I knew the Serbs had made also these accusations against the Bosnians, which was also just made up, totally no proof whatsoever. The same here. But if you make such a court, again, it's very strange that you only go after Albanians and not after Serbs. Because you can say, yeah, the Serbs, they are being prosecuted at home. Oh yeah, how many are condemned? Zero. No, it was, as I told you, it was very high because of these accusations of organ trafficking. That was the whole thing. And that's why I say, when that disappeared, why should you continue? At the time, yes, and I also visited them here, but even so, yeah. Now, first of all, I think also the accusations here that the KLA was a criminal organization, which I think is really outrageous, because I was involved in 1999 here at the Foreign Ministry as the contact person between the Ministry of Defense and Foreign Affairs. So I was every day briefed for the whole thing, and we, as NATO, we used the KLA as our boots on the ground. So how can you say that it's a criminal organization when we were using it themselves? It was used by us.